Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Comnet expands its product offering. Come see where Comnet has never gone before. Today we have with us Moses Ramos, Senior Trainer and AE Liaison for Comnet Incorporated, a manufacturer of Ethernet communication devices for video security. Moses has over 22 years in the industry, with 19 years with major camera manufacturer in video security. Moses has completed a CCNA and Net Plus training, a PCNP certified in access control certified through IPVM, and Moses has a degree in business information systems from Ashford University. In today's webinar, you are going to discover the latest offering to protect a network and brand new offering in access control. When your customer is concerned about the network security, relieve their anxiety with the latest Comnet Network security features. Why is Comnet entering the access control market? You will see the latest Netwave wireless unit feature rich with a price that will leave the competition drooling. Also, for attendees, please note that this course has some course materials located on your task pane under the materials section. My name is Julie Rolls, and I am the training manager with PSA. I will be moderating today's call. I have just a few quick housekeeping items before I hand it over to Moses. First, if you've not done so already, please mute yourself. If you happen to have any questions throughout the course of this presentation, please type them into the question panel and we'll have time for Q&A at the end of the presentation. I will also be monitoring chat should you run into any difficulties, and will do my best to get you back up and running. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Moses. Moses?
Thank you, Julie. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We'll make this quick and short, and you'll get some good information about the new products that come. So with no further ado, we're going to move on. Just to kind of show you what our product scope is, this is what we are offering today as a company. So from our legacy fiber optic all the way through to now, what we have added is our access control. So this is the new product that we will talk about. But prior to getting into that, we're going to talk a little bit, just for a short couple of slides, about some new offering in our Hardened Ethernet product. So this is a new product for us. It's in our self-managed switches. So one of the things that we keep coming up against as we deal with customers in the network environment, as they're trying to put out information typically away from your main building, you're putting switches and devices out there that do make them vulnerable way beyond what you would normally find in a normal network. So these small switches, there's a 2-port and a 4-port. I'll show you the 4-port in just a minute. We're really excited about what they offer. So first of all, we call them self-managed switches. They're really a light layer 2. They have a web browser built into them. As you can see from the list of items there, they're available with plenty of PoE power, 30 watts or 60 watts of PoE power on every port. They're all gigabit ports. They allow you for full multicast support, ring redundancy. You have fiber optic options in there. You have the ability to do plenty of encrypting through muxing and demuxing modes. These are just really nice little units, small, hardened, temperature range from -40 to 166 degrees Fahrenheit. They also carry a lifetime warranty, as most of the hardened products that we offer do also. You have dual contact closure, dual power supplies. What's really exciting, you get some things in here, what we call Port Guardian, that was listed there. And I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Let me finish this off with the jumbo frame support. This also has MAC address locking. And of course, the thing that is really liked by everyone is the remote power cycling. I don't have to go out to this device if I have a problem with it, a camera or something connected to it. All I have to do is go into the web browser and I can cycle the power on that device remotely from anywhere that I can get access to. So the Port Guardian, so we know MAC addressing, which is a nice feature that this has, is really good, but it can be spoofed. So what we've added is this software called Port Guardian. Port Guardian is unique to Comnet. It's an unhackable port security, and that's a pretty bold statement to make, that it's unhackable. But here's how this works. So with MAC addressing, we know it can be spoofed, so people can still get into that. So what we've done is added this port guardian. What it does is it monitors the port, and if a device is disconnected, wire cut, disconnected from the device itself, in some way it loses communication, it will shut that port completely down. So that means that no one can get into that port at all. It sends an SNMP message, so it does support also SNMP Trap Manager, and it will send a message to the Trap Manager and tells you that this port has been violated in some way. It can trigger a dry contact if you would like to also. So there's a number of ways that you can do some things, and also to re-enable the port. So you've had the device triggered, maybe with someone doing maintenance or something like that. You know about it. So you have several ways that you can turn this back on. You can send an SNMP message back to it to enable the port. You can log into the browser and reset it. You can use a dry contact that has to be re-triggered, and that would also reset it. It can be powered down to be reset. There is also a port in the back that they can get into, and that would allow them also to reset it that way. So a number of different ways that you can reset this. The device is just a really unique little device with lots of power, lots of bandwidth capabilities, and we're real excited about it. We've been selling just a ton of the 2-port, and we will soon have a 4-port version coming out that will also offer all the same, as well as 4 ports that will support either 30 watts on every port simultaneously or 60 watts of PoE power simultaneously. So we're real excited about the Port Guardian feature that we've added to this, and we're looking to add this to several of our other layer 2 managed devices that are coming out later in the year. So that's our spiel on our small switches with our Port Guardian. So now we'll move into our access control. Just a little bit about our access control. How did we get into this? As many of you know, Comnet was purchased a little over a year ago by a company called Acre. Acre is an access control company out of Europe. They owned, at the time when they purchased us, they owned Mercury boards, and they also owned Vanderbilt, which is here in the US, and they are an access control company. So because of that, with Vanderbilt being an access control company, they have a system that they currently have not been selling a whole lot of, and they look to us because of our integration with a lot of integrators and the ability to deal with distributors and things like that. They wanted us to see if we could do anything with this unit. So the traditional unit, the bright blue and light blue unit that you see there on the left, that is the system that we originally got. And now we currently now have available to us a cloud-based system called Act 365. And so I'll talk about both these units just to give you an idea of what these units are capable of. The bright blue and light blue are really low-cost systems, easy-to-use systems, no server required. And so I think you'll be kind of excited, and I'll show you pricing of different systems so you can get an idea of what we're offering. So again, why not start with these intelligent access systems? They're very simple to use. The bright blue supports up to 32 doors with 5,000 card holders, and the light blue is 8 doors with up to 5,000 card holders. So they both include 2 readers built right into the system, right into the boards, and they connect via your standard RS-485, or we do have a network reader also, and it would allow you to do any type of a network connection. So if you don't have the access to RS-485 wiring, this makes it very easy also. So the software is built right into the board, so there's no need. It can be run off of any computer with any type of browser. Here's the key product features, and I'm not going to go through and read all of them, but for those of you that are familiar with access control, it's got most of your basic capabilities that any access control system will have. You have just a few things I'll notice here: the event notification via email, your anti-passback function, your door status dashboard. So there's a number of things here that are really nice to have in a very small and inexpensive system. We also support Schlage, the AD and NDE series network locks, wireless locks, and I'll show you a slide on that also in just a minute. This is just showing a little bit of the architecture, which I'm sure those of you that are into access control know this quite well. So the controller boards on these units, the 32-door system actually has 32 places where you can connect right to the RS-485, or you can do daisy chaining if you need to. It's 2 built-in readers. It's 32 terminals for RS-485. The light blue is an 8-door system. Again, 2 built-in reader interfaces and the 2 RS-485 connections, which would be daisy chained to each reader. We have power options, so we're not just selling the access control system, we're also selling the accessories with it also. So we have a full line of accessories, including power supplies. You can see the different ones there. Here's an example, and here's a few examples of what these systems would cost using our accessories, minus the door locks and power supplies for door locks. So here's an 8-door solution using RS-485. As you can see, and this is MSRP price, $5,202. This, of course, would be reduced quite a bit by your cost. So it's a great bargain for someone that's looking for a quick, easy system, easy to use, easy to install system. Here's another example. If you needed IP connections, you didn't have any way to run RS-485, but the customer has a network that will make it very easily accessible. So here you can see the third line item down, the BBB NRI, that is our network reader. So you would add that instead of using the other readers. And so at this system would be $8,193 MSRP. And it would be, if you use the 2 readers that were already built into it instead of all 8 network readers, that would save you about $1,274. And then here's another solution here, a 3-door solution using IP connections. You can see the prices are very reasonable. And again, remember, those are all MSRP prices, so those are not the prices that you would pay. And then here's a 32-door solution using RS-485, just under $20,000 for a 32-door system. So very reasonably priced. We think we're going to be very competitive in the market with these prices. So some things that you get: reporting, you get activity, personnel, access, devices, configuration, and yes, all of those can be exported. They can be exported as a .csv file and opened by a spreadsheet program, or they can be as an export button at the top of the window and can be exported. So it's very easy to export any of those reports. So is light blue, bright blue encrypted? Yes, it supports HTTPS SSL encryption. And we also give you a way to back up. There's actually automatic backups that happen. It will store 5 automatic backups. Once you get to the 5th, it will rewrite. You can also manually back up at any time and take a backup and save it anywhere on your network, anywhere that you have access to, whether it's your laptop or a server or anything. So there's a total of 5 backups. There is an optional little flash drive that you can put a SIM card or a little storage card in there. And with even a small 16 gig flash drive in there, it will allow you to save several million transactions. So if you needed to go back and your customer wanted to have the ability to go back a year longer to see transactions, this could easily be done through that flash drive. So users can also manually opt to save anything anywhere that they want to or at any time. So let's look at some of the other components that we offer. We have, these are the card formats that we support. So quite a few different types of card formats. This is going to allow your customers to have the security that they want, besides just your standard 26-bit systems. This gives you a lot of capability to offer security for your customers if someone's trying to copy cards and things like that. These are what we have to offer as readers and credentials. So you can see some different types of readers, different distances depending on what you're doing. All of these readers, as you can see, they're IP67 rated. They're also rated for -40 to 166 degrees Fahrenheit. So they can be used indoors, outdoors, wherever you need to use them. And then our credentials, so we do have some different credentials and clamshells, ISOs, tags, and adhesive back tags. As I mentioned earlier, we support the Schlage AD and NDE series electronic lock. This just gives you the ability to put systems wherever you need them without having to run wiring, a lot of time saving. We, as a company, do not sell the Schlage locks, but you guys will have access to those through PSA. You have, again, here's some of the benefits. Again, no blue reader interface needed. It's just wired directly to their controller. The wireless option, of course, is a 900 megahertz, which will push through most of the walls and buildings and gives you quite a good range for those wireless locks. You have free product training. So this is what we offer as a company. So a little bit different than what Vanderbilt was doing. We offer free product training, free design assistance, and free tech support, and these have a 3-year warranty. As a Vanderbilt, if you were buying these through Vanderbilt, there would be a little bit different. They do have some things that they do also. The training, if you've done any type of access control, this is going to be very simple. Most people opt not to have any training, but it is available if you need it or want it. We can also do live demos for you, so we can do that through a webinar, or we can do it in person. Just let us know what you need. For those of you that have dealt with Comnet before, just talk to any of our manufacturers reps, and they can put this in place for you, and we'll get you a demo for you. So now we'll move on to our Act 365. And so this is a new system for us, also a new system for Vanderbilt. They're also selling this. We're very excited about it because of the cloud-based system. It just makes it much easier to do a system without having to worry about the network, without having to worry about where am I going to put my servers, my storage, all these things that I have to maintain. So it really gives peace of mind to the end user of knowing that I've got a high-end servers, high-end system that is accessible basically anywhere. So it's a single door, IP-based door controller. You can access it from anywhere at any time in the world. It's an installer web portal. It's an end user web portal. So you have a portal that you can get into as the integrator. You can get in there and do your installation, add the customer, do whatever things you need to do in there, set them up with accounts and things like that. And then the end user has their own web portal where they will view transactions. They can even view video. There's a video integration device that's part of this. This is an RMR model. So there's recurring revenue for you. You sell these systems, and for each door, you basically are getting a monthly return of revenue for each door that you sell. There's muster reporting from a tablet, from a phone. So if your end user wants to use this for mustering, this works out really good. It supports Android and iOS apps. It uses Microsoft Azure servers in the cloud. So it is a well-known big company that is supplying the cloud service itself. The architecture, again, as I mentioned, it's single door. There's a 4-channel video server. And so if you have a customer that has 8 doors, they use 2 of these, 12, 16. whatever the number is, they can keep adding as many of those video servers as they need. So one of the things that has come up in questions that we get every so often is, well, I've already got an access control system, but I want to add video to my video access control, or the ability to see video remotely. And so these video servers can be purchased alone. You don't have to have the access control system in place with it also. You can also just purchase and sell to your customer the video servers themselves if they want the ability to be able to see their video from wherever, and they want to add, 4, 8, 16, whatever cameras at each location. Each 4-channel server, it stores the video locally. It's a terabyte of storage currently, and it gives them, quite a long time of storage that they'll be able to access from anywhere. They can use a browser, a tablet, or a phone to access that video. So it's a single site. It can also be used for multiple sites. And the question always gets asked, well, how many sites can I use? It's unlimited. You can have as many sites as the customer needs. So think about, maybe you're doing a C-store, a small fast food restaurant, things like that. Customer has 10, 15, 20, 50 different locations, 100 locations. They can get all of these on the same Act365 system and be able to access them. It's really nice because you can see, it's kind of hard to see that little picture on that phone, but there's a mapping feature which will place them exactly where they are. So for them to go and look, and they can pull up a map of their state or wherever they've got their systems at, and they can just click on each location and see video, see what's going on at those locations, see who's coming in and out, what time they came in and out. So there's no server or IT investment required for this. All they need to have is an internet access at their location. So the Act365 ACU is a single door controller, and the Act VCU is a 4-channel video server. Again, there's readers, there's credentials, there's a web portal that's available for them to watch. And that's kind of an example of it right there below. And then there's the installer portal. That's where they add ACUs, create new customers, add VCUs, diagnose and support devices. And then the end user portal where they manage all their card holders, manage their doors, create time zones, card holder groups, reporting, view live events, mustering. And then there's the smartphone app. So this will give them a list of all their customers, click to view and manage video, any type of transactions that are going on, add and activate a system, integrate with Google Maps to give precise directions to your customers' premises. So how secure is the cloud? Data stored is Microsoft Azure, as I said. It's not something that we're doing ourselves. So you can see it is very, very secure. ACT hires third-party companies to perform regular vulnerability tests. So we know that it's we're always testing the latest and greatest hacks that people are using against our systems. So there is an online demo. So you'll have this if you pull the information that I supplied for you. You'll see these web addresses, the act365.net and act365 at act365.net. Those are some different demos. If you'd like to go and try it, you can download the Act365 app also. And then there's the username and the password for the demo also. And so you can try these, look at video, look at transactions and things like that. And then here's some pricing. The ACU is $599, again, MSRP pricing, and the VCU is $799 MSRP. And then this is just kind of showing you the RMR structure. 1 to 99 doors is $9 a door per month. 100 to 999, 999 is $8, and over 1,000 is $7 a door. So you add the readers and credentials and the power supplies. That's what you would charge them for. And for 2018, so we still have several months left in this year, there is no RMR that needs to be paid on any gear installed in 2018 ever. So if any of you are get a chance to sell one of these in 2018, you can still charge your customers the RMR, but you're not being charged for that at all. So it'll be just a great way to make some good recurring revenue that you don't have to invest anything into at all. So that's again a light look at what we have to offer that's new. We're very excited about our access control offering. We encourage you, if you have questions, you can call anyone in our tech support. You can go to our website, and we have some more information there, some different spec sheets and things that are available there. So I encourage you to do that. And if anyone has any questions, we'd like to take those questions right now.
Yeah, I did have a couple of questions come in, Moses. The first one is, do these new products require certification? And if so, what is the cost?
So there is no certification required for either one of these products, mostly because they are very, very easy to install. And actually, the ACT 365, which again, not everyone would be familiar with, has help screens. Every time you go into a screen, there is a help location that will tell you everything that you need to know about that particular programming capability. So no, there is no certification required at all for either one of these products, and there is no cost associated with that.
Fantastic. Next question. Can the ACT 365 VCU be purchased separately without the access control portion?
Yes, and I mentioned that, and yes, that is something that at first we weren't sure what they were going to do with that, but yes, it can be purchased, and we have had now customers purchasing those units just because they've already have customers that have an access control system in place, but they wanted to add video to it. So it's a great way to add the ability to add video that can be seen anywhere through the apps and things like that. So it just makes it for a very simple way to add video integration for your customers.
Awesome, that's wonderful news. Another question, where is the cloud storage based?
So it's here in the U.S. It's actually, as I mentioned, it's the Azure Microsoft, and it's actually in the eastern part of the United States. It's in the Virginia area, and so it's very secure there. There's another location that they'll be opening up, so they're going to be storing in several locations here in the U.S., but it'll all be U.S. based. So it will never be, as far as for U.S. based customers, it'll never be stored anywhere outside of the U.S.
That's great news. Okay, last question I have here. Is there a limit to the number of sites an end user can have? I think you answered that, but want to get some more clarification on that.
Yeah, there is no limit. So it's all just a matter of all they need to do is have internet access at their location, and they can have as many locations as they want.
Awesome. Well, that does look like all the questions that we have today. If you would like to review this presentation again or would like to pass it along, we will have the recorded version of it posted soon. You can find it by visiting psaeducation.com. Thank you very much to Moses Ramos. Moses' contact information is posted here for any questions you may have after this presentation. Please visit our website, that's psaeducation.com, to be sure that you're leveraging all that PSA has to offer. On our education page, you can access our future webinar events, this recording, educational offerings, and our business solutions. This will conclude today's presentation. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Moses. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Julie. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.